did you become aware of Rui?
A while back. We've been definitely, Tommy and his staff has been preparing and threw a lot of guys at me to watch film and try to do as much intel and background work I can possibly do. But they've done all the work all season long. But we're happy. We're happy. I love the fact that I talked to Coach Few this morning. He told me a few things that are very important to me as the coach that you want in the player, and he works every day. He says you're never going to ever worry about him in that area, and he has the talent, and with that work ethic, and we feel that we can have a really good two-way player with our roster. Obviously we have a lot of decisions to make, but he has a pretty good opportunity ahead of him. Like with all rookies and young players in this league, there's a learning curve, but we're looking forward to meeting with him tomorrow and start that process right away.
Scotty, just looking at the film, is this a guy that can not just shoot, but maybe initiate off the rebound and bring it up?
Absolutely. I think that's the league is going that way. You need a lot of playmakers. You need a lot of guys. We've done a pretty good job the last few years of moving the ball and passing the ball and assists. We've always been up there. Adding a bigger player that can make those decisions is critical to every team's offense. And he has the ability to get rebounds and push the ball up the court, and it's just not going to be, we don't have to rely on our backcourt to do all the ball handling and playmaking. But he has that, like I said, there's always a learning curve, but I'm looking forward to seeing where he is right now with our staff. But he definitely has the potential and the defensive tools to be a good defender and a good rebounder and a guy that can push the ball and start to break.
So many of the guys in this draft are very young players, 1 year of college, and most are one kid from overseas. Hachimura, though, older player, had 3 years experience in college. For where you are right now as a team, did that factor into the decision to get a guy who's got some more maturity?
I mean, I personally don't think there's much difference. I mean, you're young, you're 19, you're 20, you're 21, you're a young guy, you're a young player in this league. You got a lot of basketball. If you're very blessed, you got 10 to 12 to 15 years in this league, and it doesn't matter if you're 19 or 20, 21. We looked at him as a player that we like that's going to help our roster. He's going to help their program. He's going to come in and be a guy that he's coachable. It's like I said, I talked to the coach earlier, and you're never going to have a problem with him. He has a lot of respect for the game and how he prepares, and he does have some maturity. He's experienced a lot. He's the first rounder born in Japan, and as you saw when he was on the interview stage, and the excitement you saw in his smile, it was pretty cool to see, and I love that about him. I love that he loves the game. You can just see it through his smile.
What do you think that means to this area? Because it's like a melting pot of so many different nationalities.
Yeah, that's the great thing about basketball. You have Baskin Robbins, and you can put a team together, and we all have one common denominator. We love the game, and you don't look at anything else other than does he love the game, and he does, and he has some good leadership to be around. Brad is here. John is obviously with his rehab, and he's going to be around, so he's going to be able to see the guys that he needs to see work, and he gets to see that every day, and it's great. It's great. Like I said, we're excited. There's a lot of hard work that goes into your 5-minute slot on the lottery night, but I'm happy that we got the guy that we wanted.
This team's got an unusual bit of, or is in an unusual bit of flux right now, not having a permanent pick for president or GM right now. How, if at all, did that affect the pre-draft process or the way things went tonight?
It's a great question. I'm surprised you guys asked that. I would be worried if Tommy wasn't here, and if it was just me, I'd be worried. I'd let you guys know you guys should be worried as well. But the last couple of months, I've seen Tommy and his staff in place and working hard every day and preparing for this pick. And I trust Ted's decision. But I like what Tommy has done. I think he's done an excellent job, and we definitely worked well together during this process. But that remains to be seen. But he's made. I know he's made me. If I was an outsider or just coming in and taking the job and knowing the situation, I would be a little concerned. But I've seen Tommy's work day in and day out, and I knew we were in a good spot coming to tonight's pick.
You said that they threw in a lot of guys at you when you finished with your day job because of the new with Tommy in the front. Was it different? He mentioned being maybe more data driven. Was it different for you this time coming in with what the information they provided you, things like that?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of know the question that you're asking. I'm not here to compare and contrast, but I like what he's done. There was a lot of people in the room, and there's a lot of conversation going on. It's very what's the word, collaborative. I was in, I'm glad I'm coaching. I'm glad I'm coaching because that's boring to be in that room for 10 hours a day. But I appreciate it. It's definitely a lot of work, and it's a hard job. But like I said, I was very confident because I was able to see it day in and day out. And I knew with the processes in place and different levels of things that we had to go through to get the right pick that we wanted, and I knew we were going to get a good guy, the guy that we're all going to be proud of, the guy that's going to come in with a great attitude and have good character, that's going to work hard on both ends, going to come to work every day. I talked to one of his representatives. He likes to work. He likes to get his shots up early in the morning at 6 o'clock, and I love that. I love guys that want to get up early, because to me, that's the best time to get your work done. There's no distractions, because there's not a lot of guys that are willing to join you in that time.
Scott, how much film are you specifically watching on these potential guys you did nine over the last 3 weeks, 5 weeks, whatever it is?
Yeah, I mean, quite a bit. Quite a bit. It's easily available. I mean, it's right there. I mean, if you don't have, you can always, if you just want to watch highlights, you can just YouTube it. That's the cheat code, I guess, if you want to do it that way. But there's a lot of. You don't want to watch highlights. You want to watch games. You want to watch what he does well. You want to watch what he needs to improve on. You want to watch on how he responds down or up in a game, or taken out early than his normal rotation. How he responds after fouls. And but I like what I saw. It's obviously different because you're not there. But I trust our scouts. I trust the work that they've done, and from all of my intel that I have. That we're all going to be very pleased with him and the way he approaches the game, the way he conducts himself, and we're thrilled. Like I said, I can't wait to start the process to working with him.
Do you see him as a fourth?
I think with the way the league is going, I mean you can just put him out there. It's such a positionless. I know that's like the cool thing to say, but it's true. It's you have to be able to have playmakers on the floor. There's so many good players, and teams are playing smaller lineups, 6'8" size or so. He can play. He can guard multiple positions, and he can play. He can play 3-4 in some small lineups. You can probably throw him at the 5, but that's like way ahead of myself right now. I just want to get him here and work with them and meet him with our staff and have that process start right away.